The United States is the second largest democracy in the world, and it's also the most powerful nation on earth, both economically, politically, and militarily. The US government is divided into the executive, legislative, and judicial branches. The executive branch consists of the president, which carries out the laws and proposes and lobbies for new legislation in Congress. The legislative branch, which is the Congress, makes and passes the laws. The judicial branch, or the Supreme Court, controls that no part of the laws that has already been passed is unconstitutional. This means that the US has a system of checks and balances, because no single branch of the government are allowed to do anything without the approval or check of at least one of the other branches. This obtains the balance in their systems.
The UK is a parliamentary democracy or a constitutional monarchy. It is divided in three elements of the central government at Westminster, the Crown and two chambers. Queen Elizabeth II is the Queen and she is the head of state. However, she is more of a symbol. Her role is merely formal. The Prime Minister is the head of the government. The Prime Minister is David Cameron, and he makes all the decisions and appoints members of the government. The two chambers are called the House of Lords and the House of Commons. The House of Commons consists of 659 members in all. However, some of them are spread to Wales, Scotland and Northern Ireland. The members in the House of Commons are called Members of Parliament. The House of Commons consists of members elected by the people and therefore has more power than the House of Lords. The members in the House of Lords are not elected. They are inherited from the beginning of the Parliament, when churchmen and noblemen were called in to help the Queen rule the country. The House of Lords cannot adopt new laws, they can only propose them. They work more as a reviewing panel for legislation from the House of Commons.
In Norway, we have what we call monarchy. We have a king, but he does not control everything. He is a part of three different forms of power. We have the parliament with the legislative power, the government with the executive power, and the court with the judicial power. The parliament is the Norwegian National Assembly, and it's where they take decisions on behalf of people. The parliaments are there to carry out the laws, adopt the state budget, and to control the parliament and the state administration. We also have different political parties in Norway, with different views on different cases. If you are a Norwegian citizen and over 18 years, you're allowed to vote on a party that supports your political opinions about how to run the community, and which cases that is important. Representatives from one of the parties is being elected to the parliament, the country council, the municipal council, and the Sami parliament. The parties with most votes is forming the government. The government cannot go through with a political case that has not been given the majority in the parliament. The government is there to ensure that the laws the parliament adopt is being conducted. The leader in the government is the Prime Minister. The court is there to make sure that everyone gets fair judgment. The court also has the final say in the cases that the parliament and the government adopts.
There are differences and similarities between the Norwegian system, the US, and the UK political system. America is a republic, which means that the country is governed by elected representatives and by an elected leader such as a president, rather than by a king or a queen. But both the Norwegian system and the UK political system have constitutional monarchy, which means that the head of the state is either a king or a queen, and they have some reserved powers, but the main power lies with the elected members. The US and the Norwegian and the UK political system have similar types of institutions. In the US, there is the legislative, the executive, and the judicial branch. Although all these three have similar institutions, the UK and the Norwegian system have more similarities in the system. The UK have parliaments, and the parliament is made up of House of Commons and the House of Lords. And Norway has government, parliament, and the court. In all of these three countries, the government is voted into power by the people, except for a king and a queen. Norway and America have elections every 4th year, while the UK has elections every 5th year.
And here are some questions for the audience.